Hey, what is up, guys? It is Silver Sun here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my review on the Dragon Ball Super episode 112. Alright, so this episode basically starts off pretty much right where the last one left off, I believe, with Goku pretty much just still keeping an eye on Jiren, basically ready for a round two, until pretty much these robot warriors start attacking him, like three of them come out of nowhere, and they pretty much start like bashing him around, and Goku's pretty much too tired to do anything at this point because of the fight he had with Jiren and stuff like that. He doesn't have as much energy as he had before, but pretty much, Gohan, or no, sorry, Piccolo wanted to help him because he saw Goku getting beat around, but basically, Gohan's like, no, we gotta focus on what we're doing here. And what they were doing was fighting the Universe 6 Namekians, I believe, and pretty much they had like a little tag team battle right there between the four of them, and it was pretty cool to see them just like kind of blast each other and like throw a few punches and kicks and whatnot. Um, and then it pretty much transitions off to Khalifa and Kale, who are pretty much like hiding, pretty much talking about like what happened with Goku and Jiren and stuff like that, and they're kind of like scared of like Jiren's power and whatnot. The power in episode 110 basically when he fought Goku and stuff like that because he's a pretty powerful opponent, and to be honest I feel like he might like, if not him then Goku. I feel like those two so far like the only ones that I feel like could win this tournament here, but pretty much they were just talking about that until this other warrior, I think her name is Mona, basically she appears looking for a fight, and basically Khalifa is about to take her up on that fight until pretty much Kaba comes down pretty epically actually, and basically he's standing in between the two, and he's basically like, no, you two need to hide and stuff like that. Save your stamina. I've got this. And so pretty much him, him and Khalifa pretty much go back and forth like arguing and stuff like that until pretty much Kale basically convinces Khalifa that they should go and hide, and so basically they go off, and Kaba pretty much takes on Mona himself, and pretty much he's struggling at first, trying to push her back, but it's not really doing anything until he transforms into a Super Saiyan, and pretty much does those like key kick blasts that he did way back when, and I don't think he actually did it in the show. I remember I saw him do it like in the intro and stuff like that for the Universe 6 tournament and stuff like that. I remember he did it in the intro, but I don't think he ever really did it in the show. But he pretty much did that here and pretty much blasted her away with that. But it didn't seem to have much of an effect because soon after she pretty much resurfaces as like this big ball, like being basically, and pretty much she uses that to her advantage, pretty much rolling around the whole arena, pretty much steamrolling Kaba around the arena, pretty much knocking him so far as the edge, and basically Kaba's like really having a tough time there, and pretty much she she rolls towards him, but like he tries to fly out of the way to try and prevent himself from being knocked off, obviously, but also to have her be knocked off. But she pretty much does like a sharp turn, so that pretty much didn't happen, and pretty much she gets him almost knocked out of the arena. He's pretty much floating out into the world of void, it seems, until pretty much he gets snatched up by Vegeta of all people, and pretty much Vegeta comes in with the save at that point. But pretty much as Kaba was thanking him for what he did, he pretty much knees him in the gut, basically saying like, if you're eliminated and stuff like that, then you can't keep your promise that you made to me, which was taking him to Planet Sadala all the way back in the Universe 6 tournament when you made that promise to him and whatnot. And so pretty much he was just saying like, if we do win this tournament, then I'm gonna use the Super Dragon Balls to revive your universe. And then pretty much Kaba said that he'd do the same. But Vegeta gets mad at that because obviously Vegeta wants to win this more than anyone at this point, and so pretty much he just runs off at that point. Um, oh yeah, and pretty much he like blasts Mona, like she was coming at them, and he pretty much just blasts her with one shot, and that was pretty much the end of her at that point. And then pretty much he runs off, and then uh, while he runs off, we actually see Frieza behind a rock, pretty much listening in on the conversation, pretty much disgusted by him and Kaba's relationship, being a student and master sort of relationship there. But pretty much we see that as well as Kab- Kaba finding Mona once again. She pretty much rolls back towards him, and at this point, pretty much he has like more motivation after what Vegeta told him and whatnot. Having that Saiyan pride, and basically at this point he transforms pretty quickly into a Super Saiyan 2, and it was pretty epic, kinda. Like it wasn't like it has like some cool angle shots like here and there, but it wasn't anything like too major, I guess. Pretty much he transforms into Super Saiyan 2, uh, pretty much punches her in the gut, punches her in the face, and then pretty much he goes up into the sky, getting ready to land on Kaba, but before she can, he pretty much blasts her with this ki blast, and he struggles a bit, but then he finally, blasts her away and then quickly de-transforms. So I thought that was a nice little sequence there. I thought it was pretty cool to see Kaba finally putting in some work and actually, getting a higher level of Super Saiyan because, most of the spotlight's been on Khalifa and Kale, so it's nice to see Kaba finally get some shine here and stuff like that. After that ordeal, pretty much Kaba's just walking up. Well, actually, no. This happened before this scene. Pretty much Vegeta is walking around and basically he's like watching Jiren and pretty much he's just thinking like, all right, I think I'll go and give it a shot, try to fight the strongest guy here until Topo, of all people, pretty much shows up and basically he stands before Vegeta and pretty much Vegeta's just like, get out of the way, I'm not here to fight, the second best of your universe. And pretty much Jiren, I mean not Jiren, Topo, basically, retorts with like the same thing, pretty much calling him second fiddle to Goku basically, and that gets him angry, and they proceed to fight, and then pretty much that's cut short to where Kaba is pretty much walking around um looking for Kale and Khalifa until he runs into Frieza, who's pretty much just standing there waiting, pretty much saying like hello, you should fight me and stuff like that. And then so pretty much that's what Kaba does. He starts trying to fight Frieza in his base form at first, and then basically he's throwing all these punches at Frieza, but Frieza's pretty much blocking every single one of them. He kicks him in the stomach and basically um, goes right in front of him, pretty much crushing him into the rock, and basically he's just telling him like, I like strong warriors, but I really hate Saiyans, and so pretty much he's just knocking him around a bit, basically saying what he'll do, like he's gonna destroy him and then destroy the other Saiyans from his universe and whatnot, and that gets Kaba angry, and so basically he powers up to Super Saiyan 2 once again, uh, firing up his what do you call it? I know it's not Gallic Gun. I think it's similar to the Gallic Gun, but it's like not. That's not it. Pretty much his variation of a Gallic Gun, and pretty much he blasted at Frieza. But by that point he's really exhausted. From the blast, and pretty much there's lots of smoke everywhere. But then a blast comes out from that smoke, and it's Frieza's blast, and he's pretty much in his golden form at this point, pretty much shooting Kaba down until he powers down all the way down to his base form. He's pretty much on the ground, exhausted, and basically Frieza just blasts him entirely out of the arena, and that's pretty much it. That's the end of Kaba right there. He's eliminated at this point. Uh, Champa, I don't know. I don't think he was too concerned. Like he was like, oh, okay, uh, whatever, I guess. Um, but pretty much after that, um, Vegeta's fighting Topo and Goku's fighting the robots, and pretty much Goku just like catches up with Vegeta, and he's pretty much telling him like, oh, Kappa got rung out, and he's pretty much like, whatever, as long as we win, that's all that matters. And so pretty much Vegeta goes off to fight Topo, and Goku, sorry, uh, goes to fight the three robots that were following him at the beginning of this episode, but he's too exhausted to really do anything until pretty much Khalifa comes in and pretty much saves Goku um, from the robots, pretty much blasting them away, leaving only her and him. And pretty much she wants to fight Goku, but Goku's too tired to fight. So I can only imagine how that fight might turn out. But yeah, that's pretty much where the episode ends. I thought it was a pretty good episode. Nothing too groundbreaking, I guess. I mean, like the animation was pretty good, and like art and stuff like that was pretty good at certain points and stuff like that. But nothing really like amazing, I guess. Like it was a good episode. Nothing really to complain about. Kaba actually got some spotlight for once. That's something I've been wanting to see for a while now, and it's nice to see it here, even though he did get wrung out, unfortunately. But hopefully, we get to see some more of that later down the line. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I could only imagine how the next episode might go. Between Goku and Khalifa and whatnot. I wonder how that's gonna conclude, but that'll be for the next episode. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for my review of this episode. That was a pretty good episode. Nothing really bad about it in my opinion. But tell me what you guys thought. What are you guys' opinions of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys think anything could have been improved? Anything could have been panned out a little longer, brought down a little shorter? Whatever you guys think of the episode, comment that down below. And until the next one, guys, Silver Sun is out.